And there is the scene for today's historic running of the Grade 3 Delaware Oaks. We also have a Grade 3 on our turf course that looks beautiful. Of the Grade 3 Robert G. Dick Memorial going 1.3 miles on the turf, rated soft. We've been off the turf for the past couple days, but we're on it today, so that's the best news of the day. It's rated soft. Main track looks perfect. It's fast. Temperature 80 degrees. Winds about 9 miles per hour from the southeast. It's mostly cloudy right now. Maybe we'll get a little sunshine to peek out later on this afternoon. So glad you're with us. We're ready to roll. I'm Stan Salter, joined with Josh Brown, and we're going to preview today's card, 9-race card. We have some of the top 3-year-old fillies in the country right here today in a wide open Grade 3 Delaware Oaks.
Absolutely. It's our second biggest race of the year, the Delaware Oaks. Of course, next week is our headliner, but this is a fantastic card. There's a couple of key scratchers, I should say, that Stan and I will go over, but as Stan alluded to, especially that late pick 5, Stan, it is wide open, and the pool should be good. And, of course, we are a part of the cross-country pick 5 today, and we will kick it off from Naira.
All right, that starts race 7 today, right?
Race 7 it will start. That's leg A, Stan, and then leg C is our feature race, and you can find that in your program headers, whatever racing publications you might use.
All right, good stuff. Let's get ready to roll here. We're going to start with race 1. Race 1, we're going 6 furlongs here, where it's claiming 10,000, never won 3 lifetime for the filly and mares, 3 and up. There's the field. Let's take a look here. My top pick in race 1, I'll go with the 9-2 shot, the 5 Boss Angel for trainer Lacey Gaudet. The barn's doing very well. They have 4 wins at the meet. They're hitting at a high win percentage, 57% around there. Kevin Gomez, he's a top 3 leading rider with 10 wins at the meet. And Boss Angel had a big win right here at Delaware last out in a 2-life race. I like the confidence step up today.
Yeah, Boss Angel and Lacey Gaudet, according to Formulator Stats, she is already winning at 57%, 7 starters stand with 4 wins and a show. So Boss Angel is in my top 4. I went with number 3, Gleaming Brutality, gets the services of Carol Cedeno. Jockey trainer combination has yet to win on they're 0 for 15, I should say. I like the 3 in here, cuts 220 yards. But with that being said, of course, Stan, this race starts the early pick 5, and there's a ticket that Stan has put together.
Absolutely. Let's check it out. There we go. $48 play. Thank you, guys. We have the best TV crew in the country helping putting together today's show. There's my ticket, $48 play. I'll go 4 deep here in race 1 with the 2, 3, 5, 7. I like the 5 Boss Angel on top at 9-2. Nice allowance feature there in race 2. I have the 3 on top, Chicks Dig Scars, but the 1 Chocolate Shake and the 4 Meet Me at Mondays could be tough in there as well. Race 3, that's a maiden event, going 9 furlongs on the turf. I'm 4 deep there with the 1, 3, 7, 9. My top pick in there is the 7 Hopeful Cure for the Lynn Ashby barn, who's red hot, and you get an 8-1 on the 7 Hopeful Cure. Race 4, the Alapocas Sprint Stake, going 6 furlongs. We've had some scratches in there. Scratched the 1, 6, and the 7, some of the favorites, so I end up keying on the 3. Lightning Larry is going to be one of the favorites in there with Paco Lopez aboard. I key on Lightning Larry. And then race 5, that's 1 mile and 3/8 on the turf, maiden special weight, 3 and up. I like the Hall of Famer in there, Shug McGahee with the 2 Now and Later, and also Grand Motion with the 1 Athros. So there's my ticket for the early pick 5. Starts in race 1 with that low 15% takeout, and it's been well played. We've been getting around 100,000 sometimes in that early pick 5.
We have, and of course, the man sitting to my right, which is your left, had a very nice early pick 5 score of $410 on Wednesday. Congrats to Stan. And the ticket wasn't that expensive, so follow Stan. He's doing an excellent job here at Delaware Park. His pick 5 starts with race 1. I'll have a late pick 5 later on in the show.
All right, so I have the 5 on top here in race 1. You have the 3 on top here, Gleaming Brutality. He's been running consistently. Last 2 tries going 7 furlongs. I think she'll appreciate the cutback to 3/4 today.
Yeah, that cutback of 220 yards, and I was trying to eloquently say some words that got tongue twisted. The jockey trainer combination is 0 for 15 over the last couple of years, but as Stan alluded to, I do like the cut in distance. I went with the 1 Illusion of Hope. Yes, it's a 10-pound apprentice for my second place position. Stan doesn't have this horse on the ticket. I think this one might be rolling late, but Stan's top pick, the 5 Boss Angel, like I said, the horse has back class. Stan, I love Lacey Gaudet racing here. Jockey trainer combination at 28%.
All right, so race 1 kicks off the early pick 5. Let's take a look here at race 2. Race 2 is a nice second level allowance event for 3-year-olds and upward, going 6 furlongs. There's the field. We do have one scratch in here. Scratch to 6 is It's Sizzling Time, who was going to be one of the favorites in there. So the 6, It's Sizzling Time, is scratched from race 2. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. Josh, you have a ticket for the early pick 4. Let's check out your pick 4 ticket, see how you played it.
Yeah, the early pick 4, I got a ticket coming up on your television monitors now. I really love the 3 in here, Chicks Dig Scars. We'll get into that more in a moment here. So this is going to be my key on a $36 play. Stan, I really thought races 3 and 4 were really tough. Anytime you get maidens on a soft turf at 1 1/8, you got to spread. I'm 6 deep in leg 3. 4th race, the Alapacas Run Stakes, start of the late pick 5. This is a great race even with the scratches. The final leg of the pick 5, the 1 3/8 turf marathon, again another race where maidens going 11 furlongs on a soft turf. The 1 and 2 really stand out on me in terms of my ticket. We'll get into those in a little closer order here when the show progresses on, but I'm going to take a chance, key a horse that I think is one of the best bets of the day for my $36 play.
All right, good stuff. Let's check out race 2. So you like the 3, Chicks Dig Scars. Yeah, this horse has been in some real battles, some real dog fights with some monsters. Sir Wellington, 3s over Deuces, has made close to $1 million. So Chicks Dig Scars I have on top as well. I had originally the 6, It's Sizzling Time on top, but that's a big late scratch. So that sets it up nicely for the 3, Chicks Dig Scars for Monica McGoey. So we both have the 3 on top. We both like the 1 as well. Chocolate Shake ran decent for the 5-year-old debut. Had a good 4-year-old campaign and should run a lot better today. Second off the layoff for Lacey Gaudette from a small sample. She's looks like she's 3 for 9 recently.
And of course that horse broke open the gate prior to that start, so there's a little bit of a trouble line for Chocolate Shake. Of course, not going to touch on the 3 anymore. Obviously, it's the 1 to bet. The buyer speed figures are through the roof. The 4-horse stand, Meet Me at Mondays. I love how this horse likes to close from off the pace. We both have the horse in our top. I think the horse might regress just a little bit. Both races have seen neck losses, and the last time out ran an 82 buyer speed figure, might regress off of that. But needless to say, I think the early pick 4 in the winner's circle goes to the 3, Chicks Dig Scars.
All right, so we both have the same horse on top there in race 2. Race 3, we're on the turf, rated soft. We're going 1 1 1/8, 9 furlongs here for the filly and mares, 3 and up. There's the field. Let's take a look here. I have the 7 on top in race 3. We're getting 8 to 1 here on Hopeful Cure for trainer Lynn Ashby. The barn won another race yesterday. They've won 4 to meet. They're doing very well. Alexander Crispin rides his 3-year-old filly by Opportunity. A big wake up last time, coming off the layoff, first time on the turf. Maiden 16, a little cheaper, easier spot than today, but she showed speed and just got beat. That was first time blinkers as well. 48 buyer speed figure. I think this filly obviously she likes the turf, and I think she's going in the right direction. Lynn has her in good form, so I have the 7, Hopeful Cure, on top here in race 3.
And the thing with Stan touching on the 7, Hopeful Cure, if you look at the past performance lines, there was a 4-way win photo that day. The horse was 37 to 1, and Stan, your horse was so gutsy that day. Alexander Crispin has been on fire here at Delaware Park, winning 14%. The only reason why I left the horse out is because I think it might be too far. I'm not really a turf pedigree handicapper. I'm more of a statistical handicapper. So in this kind of race, I think it's a little tough. I'd throw Stan 7 on one of your tickets. I'm taking a chance on the 10 Exotic Cat. I do not like picking horses that are 0 for 14, but this horse likes to close in late. Stan's horse likes to lead, and Stan, the turf is soft today, so that can benefit your horse all day long.
Yeah, I gave Exotic Cat a good long look. It just looks like she runs the same kind of race, and no matter what you run her for, she's just kind of one pace, mid-pack, but she is well seasoned. That was a decent race against Maiden 40 at Belmont last out, and she could improve second off the layoff today, so I didn't use the 10. I didn't use your top pick. You didn't use my top pick. Looks like race 3 is wide open.
That could be the all button if you're playing a 50-cent pick 3. And a pick that Stan and I both has the 3, Bombarella. Paco Lopez comes in a ride. He's already 3 for 4 in the money here at Delaware Park. And I'll tell you what, he is the class of the race. The question is, can he handle the rain-affected sod?
All right, good stuff. Let's turn the page. All right, race 4 is our big feature, one of our features of the day. It's the $100,000 Alapocas for 3-year-olds and upwards. Some top sprinters here going 6 furlongs. We have some scratches in race 4. Scratch the 1 stage left. Also scratch the 6 Run Classic and scratch the 7 Twisted Ride here from race 4. So still a talented 6-horse field. We have a late pick 5 that starts in race 4. Josh, you have a late pick 5. Let's check it out and see how you play it.
My ticket here is going to be a whopping $80. I don't like to spend this much money on pick 5s. However, because it's the big day, I want to try to give as much coverage. On this race, I think it's between the 4 and 8. The 4 horse has earned $861,000. The 8 has earned over $1.1 million. 4 and 8 for me in race 4. Race 5, that long turf marathon for the babies. 1, 2, 4, 7, and 9 are my picks in here. I think this race really depends on the 1 or the 2 on the paper, but again, the rain-affected grass could be a factor. Race 6, I went with the 6 and the 7 for my top picks in here. Race number 7, I spread deep in the Robert G. Dick Memorial, a grade 3, a mile and 3/8. I went with the 5, 6, 7, and 9. That race really should shape up between those 4. The last race, it's the big one, the Delaware Oaks today, grade 3, leg C of the cross country, pick 5. I went with 5 and 6, but I'll tell you, Stan, that race I could have probably went a little deeper.
All right, yeah, it's a wide open Oaks. All right, so there's your late pick 5. Starts in race 4. We have a video of No Sabi Nada. Let's check that out. The local horse, the 4-year-old by Jersey Town for the New England Hall of Famer Ned Allard. And here's a good-looking allowance win. This horse was under pressure the whole way. Had horses coming to him at the top of the stretch. He stayed on his left lead the whole way through the stretch, but he did it easily. I didn't think he was ever in danger of getting beaten here. He ran a 79 Beyer speed figure. He's capable of even better. He ran a big 3rd and a house buster last summer at Colonial. So what do you think here? He's a long shot, 4-time winner at Delaware Park. He's going to really have to be on his A game today.
You know, 364 days ago, Stan, this horse ran in the grade 3 Dwyer and showed some speed. The only knock about No Sabe Nada is the horse was loose on the lead, as Stan pointed out. Guess what? There's a ton of speed between the 2, 3, and 4 in here, including Sir Wellington, Lightning Larry, the Class of Brethren. So this horse, the local, we're going to be cheering for him, but this is going to be a little tough waters here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I had the 7 Twisted Ride on top, but that horse is scratched along with the 6 and the 1, so I end up on the 3, Lightning Larry, for trainer Jorge Delgado. Paco Lopez in town riding a bunch today. It's a nice 4-year-old colt by Uncaptured. Looks like he ran a lifetime best last out when he stalked the early pace and then got to the lead, turning for home, and won by 4.5 going away with a 94 Beyer speed figure. I hope he gets that kind of trip today. He just stalks off the early pace. I hope he's not involved in an early pace battle.
Well, you got the right jockey up in Paco Lopez. The veteran jockey's been all over the globe. And this race here, Lightning Larry, as Stan touched on, he ran his career best Beyer speed figure last time out, 4 to 5. Sometimes I worry about regression, but you know what, Stan, with talented horses like that, I'm not too concerned unless it was a claiming race where you see a horse run at 5 or 10 points higher compared to what he used to do. Stan likes the 3. I went with the 8 drafted. I'm concerned about the age. The horse is 9, has had 10 wins from 37 starts. The last 4 starts this calendar year, the horse has only had 1 third-place finish. But Stan, those races in 2022, especially aqueduct races, boy, that horse, if this horse gets a pace tug-of-war, this horse should be flying late. The question is 6 furlongs too short?
Well, he got up for 2nd in this race last year. He gets a big 101 late time form rating. I like the 8 drafted as well. I think he rallies and gets a piece of it. I think he's right there in the Alapocas. Let's turn the page here. Race 5. We kick off the late pick 4 here in race 5. This is a nice maiden special weight going a mile and 3/8 on the turf for 3-year-olds and upward. There's the field. The Hall of Famer Shug McGay. He's going to have the favorite in here with the 2. Now and Later. Grand Motion has the 1. I have a late pick 4 ticket that starts in race 5. Let's check out my late pick 4 ticket, see how I play it. It's a $36 play. I think it's a 2-horse affair here in race 5. The 2 favorites, the 1 Athros and the 2 Now and Later. Race 6, I go with the 1, 3, 7. In race 6, I have the 7 Big Cheeks on top at 7 or 2. Race 7, we've had some scratches in the grade 3 Robert G. Dick Memorial. Going a mile and 3/8 on the turf. I just go too deep there. I have the 9 on top in that race. Verreggio, the Irish bred horse for Brendan Walsh, coming out of the grade 1 Gamely, where the horse was a good 4th Virgil Lynch is going to ride. And I like the 7, Sopron Basilia, good second in the Grade 3 Gallarette last out. So I'm just 2 deep in the turf stake, and then I go 6 deep there in the Grade 3 Delaware Oaks, Josh. I think it's wide open. There's some proven horses in there. Chad Brown has the really well-bred Juddmonte homebred, and there's also some nice allowance winners in there that looks like they're going in the right direction. So I go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 there in the Delaware Oaks. Let's check out race 5. A mile in 3/8 on the turf, rated soft for maiden, special weight, 3 and up. And I have the 2 on top here. Now and Later's been hanging around against maiden special weight company. Had a troubled trip last time, a decent 4th down there at Laurel in a maiden special weight. This will be the 3rd race back this year. I'm sorry, 3rd race back after having a little time off earlier this year. I think he's well seasoned for the mile in 3/8 contest here.
And the nice thing about Stan's top pick here, the horse was entered to run yesterday at Ellis Park, so it's nice that the trainer and the connections decided to stay here. This race for Now and Later definitely has every chance in the world. Last time at Laurel, man, that was a troubled trip for Now and Later last time out.
Yep. All right, so we both have the 2 on top here in race 5. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, nice allowance race in race 6, and then the 2 features, races 7 and 8. We'll check it out right after this. All right, welcome back. Here we go. Race 6 kicks off another pick 3. Of course, we have rolling daily doubles and pick 3s here at Delaware Park. Race 6, we're going a flat mile. Nice first level allowance contest for filly mares 3 and up. Optional claiming 17.5 if they've already won the allowance condition. So let's check out the field here. I have the 7 on top here, Josh. The 7 Big Cheeks for trainer Jamie Ness. Michael Sanchez will ride. Ness and Sanchez from a small sample recently. They're doing well, about 57%. The turf, they tried the turf last time. I'm not a fan of that. She'd won 3 in a row on the dirt. When you win 3 in a row, you just keep going back to the same thing. But they tried the turf. She ran okay on the turf. I don't think that's going to knock her off her game. The Nest Barn going turf to dirt, they're 27%, so you have to like that. She was in razor-sharp form before that turf event.
Yeah, this horse I also picked on top. I'm a little concerned that the horse has been facing a little bit of a weaker class in this particular situation. Nevertheless, I have the 7 on top. I also like the 3 Dodata, but this horse really needs to have a little bit of bottom stand, and I really did not know what to do with the 6 horse in here. Awesome pick, might be the speed. Again, I'm not a pedigree handicapper, but Stan, I don't know if the horse can get 2 turns when the horse keeps fading.
Yeah, I didn't use the 6. The stretching out to the mile for the first time. She looks like a sprinter in a real negative race last time. She didn't have anything left in the stretch last time, going 6 furlongs. So we'll see. Daniel Centeno takes the call here for Robert G. Smith. I didn't use the 6, but looks like we both have a cold 7-3 exacta here in race 6. That's a nice allowance race for the filly and mares. All right, let's get to our first grade 3 of the afternoon. That's going to be in race 7, the grade 3 Robert G. Dick Memorial for filly mares 3 and up, going a mile and 3/8 on a soft turf course. We have some scratches in this race. Scratch the 3 Lovely Princess, and also scratch the 8 Miss Yearwood, and also scratch the 2 outside mares, the 10 and Honest Quest, and scratch the 11 Deciding Vote, who I had on top in this race, but she is scratched. Let's check out the grade 3 Gallarette Preakness Day at Pimlico, the Irish bred 5-year-old mare Sopron Basilia for trainer Graham Motion. She was last early, came five wide with the rally. There she is in the blue, the chestnut way in the back, and she's going to make a wide move around the far turn and just motor on through the stretch. She runs a real good second behind White Beam, who was a real nice horse. This Sopron Basilia, not even in the picture yet. There she is on the far outside. She's going to come storming home. Gets an 89 by her speed figure. Trainer Graham Motion has won this race 8 times. Last time he won it was in 2017 with Guilty 12. Looks like this 5-year-old mare who was running in Italy last year, looks like they sent her to Graham for a 5-year-old campaign to get ready for the Breeders' Cup. Looks like she'll like this distance.
And you know what? She'll like the ground, too. 3 starts ago, the horse raced on a soft turf, was 10th, and rallied home to only miss by 2.5 that particular day. So the 7 in here is my second pick. I went with number 6, Lady Rockstar. This horse has had 5 consecutive grade 3 efforts. Yes, the horse has not won, had a placing and a 3rd place check, but the blinkers come off, Stan. Last time out, the horse had blinkers on, didn't run a step. I drew a line through that race. Those Gulfstream Park races, if the horse can sit off the pace and like the soft going, I think this horse could battle your 7 all the way down the stretch.
Yeah, she's been battling some tough customers, grade 3 at Churchill, Gulfstream, Monmouth last year. She's run some big races. Looks like they're a little off course with her a bit. They tried the blinkers last time, a negative race. Now she's got to try to regain her top form today for Brendan Walsh. I use her at the end of my picks because you have to respect the resume against you have to respect the company she's been keeping. But I have the 9 on top here. The other Brendan Walsh mare in this race, 4-year-old filly Fergal Lynch is going to ride the Irish bred Verreggio. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She had a nice 3rd level allowance win. That's almost like a stakes race at Keeneland, going a mile and 16th. That was coming off the layoff, her 4-year-old debut. That gave him confidence to try grade 1 company at Santa Anita in the game lane. She ran a decent 4th that day, going 9 furlongs. So she's coming from a grade 1 to a grade 3 today. 3rd race back this year as a 4-year-old. I think the 9 will be tough here with the top rider, Virgil Lynch, coming to town today.
And you know what? A lot of these horses from Ireland and France, I should say, and even Great Britain, Stan, the nice thing about these past performances, these horses are used to running on rain-affected grass. In this case, the 9 horse fits that billing. I was really concerned about the 5 horse in here, Frivole, the France bred. Last time out at Churchill Downs at 4.5 to 1, started to rally at the mile and 3/8. This horse has hit the board running on a soft turf course. I think this is going to be a great rendition of this grade 3 Memorial race, and I think the contention runs deep.
How about Trevor McCarthy? He's in here on the Christophe Clement 4-year-old filly. Clement has 2 in here, a recent 2 other than allowance winner going a mile and 3/8 at Belmont, and then a 1st level allowance winner going a mile and 3/8 at Belmont. 2 4-year-old fillies going in the right direction, but stepping up to tough grade 3 company today.
Yeah, 3 starts ago, Parnack was over the yielding track, so is used to our conditions here today. That was a great race last time out. Again, I'm a speed figure oriented handicapper. Buyer speed figure was 86. That's the highest to date since running in the U.S. Prior to that, the horse was running in Germany. I think Parnack could easily catch whatever pace that there is. Again, I think today, from a race caller's point of view, you have to be on or near the lead with today's conditions. Is this going to affect Parnack? Well, they don't run the race on paper, so we'll find out at about 3:30 today.
All right, so a nice edition of the grade 3 Robert G. Dick Memorial for filly and mares. That race kicks off the final pick 3 of the day. Let's turn the page here. The feature, the historic running of the grade 3 Delaware Oaks for some of the best 3-year-old fillies in the country. $300,000 purse, a mile and 16th. I only have 1 scratch in here, and that's the outside filly, the 10 Crypto Mama is scratched. Let's check out a video of the 6 Promise Her America for trainer Ray Handel, 3-year-old filly by American Pharoah. Had a maiden special weight win last February at Aqueduct. Then they stepped up to the Grade 3 Gazelle at Aqueduct. She's in front turning for home. She has challengers on her inside and outside. She repels all the challengers. The second place finisher in this race, Gambling Girl, would come back and just get beat a neck in the Grade 1 Kentucky Oaks. So this was a real strong win in the Grade 3 Gazelle. You just have to wonder what happened in the Kentucky Oaks. It didn't go well. She had some trouble early and then just packed it in. The dam of this filly was only 1 for 5, only made $43,000, but they paid $75,000 for this filly last year as a 2-year-old at OBS. Georgie Vargas rides. Can she overcome that negative outing in the Kentucky Oaks and get back in good form today?
Well, she was 34-1 on that day, and this horse just got bounced around before the first turn. Any race like that, I just draw a line through it. Of course, I think this horse needs to be on or near the lead. There's a couple other contenders in here that I think might do that. My top pick here is the 5 Ball Pool. This horse had a trouble line last time out, was bumped and steadied early, and that was in the Grade 2 Black-Eyed Susan stand. So now I think the waters are a little softer today with this Grade 3 competition. I think this horse gets to stalk whatever pace that there is. And I think on the paper race, I think Ball Pool is going to be right there knocking heads.
Yeah, all right. Well, in a wide open race, we both land on the same horse here. I have the 5 on top. The dam was 0 for 2, but the second dam made $100,000. They paid $75,000 for this filly as a yearling, and she's rewarding her investors. A couple of fillies that have just won allowance races, but it looks like they're going in the right direction. Brittany Russell's hitting at 35%. She's our leading trainer here at Delaware. All of her horses are running well. She has the 2 cover the spread in the Oaks at 12-1 with Fergal Lynch aboard, a Will Take Charge 3-year-old filly who had a nice rally at Pimlico May 14th, and she was second turning for home with a wide move and wins by 5 going away. Low 61 by her speed figure. She's really going to have to build on this race, but it looks like she's going in the right direction for Top Connections.
And you know what, Stan? This horse has always been bet. Debut was 3-1, was 6-5 last time out. Does like to show up late. Stan made a very good point. If you're fans of any kind of speed figures, don't care what the publication is, this horse is going to have to run one of the best races in her life today. With that being said, the horse will be closing late. I love the fact that I could use this horse in my 10-cent superfectas. The other horse, Stan, that I thought had a chance, but this horse seems to always hang in the lane, is Trevor McCarthy. On Miracle, this horse has had a couple of Grade 2s, but just cannot seal the deal.
And Trevor McCarthy won this race in 2014 with Fortune Pearl. Todd Pletcher won this race in 2006 with Ado. Yeah, she's 0 for 3 this year, but she's been running in some against Grade 2 down there at the fairgrounds and a good second last time out, going 7 furlongs. How about the 4 Fireline in here for trainer Chad Brown? A royally bred Juddmont Farm homebred, a big win last November. Then she came off the layoff to win a nice allowance race up there at Belmont. Big 88 by her speed figure. Her dam, High Ridge Road. This filly was bred to be a good one. The dam was a 5-time winner. Won the Grade 2 Barbara Fritz. She made over $400,000. Ran a 99 by her speed figure. This filly is by Arrogate. So they've had graded stakes company planned all along probably for this filly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that first race is a pass. The horse ran in the slop. Horse clearly didn't like it, lost by 17 lengths. Won its maiden breaker 2 starts ago by 13, was bet 95 cents the dollar, won pulling away. If that horse continues to improve on the buyer speed figure scale, I think this horse is going to be hard to hold off the board. And you know what? Chad Brown, second start off the layoff, is winning 33% of the time. Obviously, this horse is going to have to continue that form. I'd use him in all of my exotics. Fireline continues to improve. Breeders' Cup nominated, and here today with Dylan Davis.
All right, let's check out the 7 Fast Track for trainer Arnaud Delacour, 3-year-old filly by Cross Traffic. She had a nice 9 furlong win June 2nd at Pimlico. They went fast early, 22 and change, 46 and change, 111 and change. Here she is in front, 2.5, turning for home. She drifts out a little bit in the stretch. I thought that was just a rider tactic maybe to keep the other horse at bay. But look at the last 50 yards of this race, Josh. She really kind of kicks into another gear the last 50 yards, and she is just motoring home with something left. Look, she starts running away again here at the end. I thought this was a good-looking win, going 9 furlongs. Here's a filly that could build on this race and deserves a step up to Grade 3 company today.
And you know what? I would be surprised to not see that figure improve. The horse would have been as straight as a strap coming down the stretch. Maybe the horse was kind of taking in the ambiance of Pimlico that day at $1.70. The trainer, Arnaud Delacroix, he's only had 3 starters here, Stan. He's won 1 and has had 2 third-place finishes, I should say. With that being said, he's here for a reason. Yes, it's a tougher group, but just like the 4-horse in here, these guys continue to improve, which makes the crystal ball of the Delaware Oaks a little harder to handicap.
And how about the other Brittany Russell filly in here? The 9, Cats in the Timber, gets Jeremy Rose, who's having a good meet. Russell, your leading trainer. This filly's by Honor Code. That was a nice win in the Weber City Miss, 2 back, and she was a little wide in the Grade 2 Black-Eyed Susan, but reading the press releases, trainer Brittany Russell thought she ran a decent race in the Black-Eyed Susan, and that was a salty Grade 2, so she got something out of that, and maybe, well, it's still it's a lateral move today. This is kind of like, this is as tough as a Grade 2 probably today. But look, this filly started her career last year as a 2-year-old. Look at the 2-year-old campaign last fall at Delaware. A second and then a first. She's been training here at Delaware all spring long, so she's familiar with this track. She doesn't have to ship, and she's, you know, she doesn't need a race over the track. She's been working over this track. So this is the local horse here, has been training here at Delaware for our leading trainer, the 9, Cats in the Timber.
And you know, it's very rare if you're looking at your past performances on the 9-horse in the daily racing form. This horse's overall buyer speed figure continues to get better with each and every race. Stan pointed out, locally based. The first 2 races this horse has had finished 2nd and 1st at Delaware Park. I love the horse over the course angle because the horse is used to the surface. Was a little ambition in the Black-Eyed Susan. The wagering public dismissed this horse at 63 to 1. But you know what, Stan? This horse is going to be showing up late.
Yep. All right, and gets Jeremy Rose to ride. All right, let's turn the page here real quick. One more race to go, race 9. We're going 5.5 furlongs. Nice 5,000 starter allowance for 3 and up. We'll just talk about our top picks here real quick. The 1, Wild Behavior, is going to be a real popular favorite in here. Scratch the 2, John's Promise, from this race. But the 1, Wild Behavior, just got beat last time, 84 buyer speed figure. That was going 6 furlongs. Now we just have to go 5.5 furlongs today. This 7-year-old gelding is going to be in front for trainer Kieran McGee with Carol Cedeno to ride. She's going to be in front. They're going to have to catch her. They're going to have to catch him, I think.
Yeah, Wild Behavior is the speed on paper. Carol Cedeno knows this track so well, has a fan base here at the track. The last 2 buyer speed figures, 84, 82. Nobody really comes close to that, so if Carol can just stay tied on, conserve a little speed, Stan, I think this horse is your bingo free spot in that late pick 3.
All right, so there you go. Cold 1-5 exacta for today's finale. That's it. Great show. Thanks for everybody for helping put it together. Our director, Elaine, Chris Roney, our video guy, Mike, the camera people, the whole TV crew. Thanks a lot for putting the show together. Looking forward to a big day.
Yes, hopefully the handle's good. Again, that cross-country pick 5 starts with our Robert G. Dick Memorial. It's leg A. Just ask your tellers for the cross-country pick 5. Stan, of course, has his early pick 5. You'll be at the paddock today. The weather's a lot better. And as Stan mentioned, in the month of June, we had 11.73 inches of rain here. Unprecedented for this area. Makes me want to move back to San Diego.
No, you're staying right here. Hey, in race 2, when I'm in the paddock for race 2, we'll have an interview with one of the greatest jockeys of all time here at Delaware Park. Michael McCarthy is going to be in town today to watch his son Trevor ride. All right, let's go to my main man, Alvin, out in the most beautiful paddock in the country. There it is, the iconic trees in the paddock. It's all ready for a big day here at Delaware Park. Thanks for watching. We're 26 minutes out for race 1. We'll see you in a few minutes.